Guardian ship was recently shot down here. If the Fallen haven't gotten to it, there might be parts we can salvage.
The ship's avionics are completely catatonic. Last transmission.
They managed to restore an information hub here, down in the tunnels below. We should check it out. A map of the entire area. What we really need to find is a warp drive, so we can jump to any planet or moon. Our only hope is where we found our ship. We have to go back. Scanning for the warp drive. Bad news. It's already in Fallen hands. I hope you're ready for this. You just killed an Archon. And we got a warp drive. There are reports that the Fallen back at the Cosmodrome are keeping a pretty tight guard on the old Skywatch. It could be one of their leaders, or it could be something valuable. The speaker's asking Guardians to look into it. Okay, the Skywatch is just on the other side of the steps. And it's surrounded by Fallen. Well, I'm ready if you are. You know, this place must have been amazing before the collapse. Thousands of humans boarding the colony ships, off to build cities beyond. Up the hill, the building with the radar, that's the Skywatch. We're in. This was one of Skywatch's old array stations, a link to the lunar colonies. Dead end. Fallen sealed this gate. I can get it open.
Fallen really didn't want anybody getting in or out. What is this? Lots of motion ahead. I've got a bad feeling about this. A hive.
There's a wizard here. You have to kill it. The Hive haven't been on Earth in centuries. The darkness could be a lot closer than we think. We should probably get moving. The Vanguard's reporting that Fallen are tearing into machines all over the Cosmodrome. I'm starting to think they aren't just looting the place. Whatever they're looking for, we should probably find it first. All right,
If you want to get your sparrow, we can be in the Forgotten Shore in seconds.
we're approaching the shore. The Fallen are using some sort of signal amplifiers. Let's see what they're transmitting.
Give me a second. Some kind of distorted signal. Not Fallen.
Let's check the other one.
Same transmission. They're both linked to something in Skywatch.
Let's check it out. Fallen are tapped into something in the back of the room.
Fallen are trying to access these machines, but something is fighting back. This will take some time. Okay, I've pulled out everything they managed to steal. We should destroy this thing.
They didn't get much. Kept hitting an active firewall. Old Earth. Russian. Legends are true. A war mine did survive the collapse. Rasputin. An AI built to defend Earth. He faced the darkness and survived. And he's protecting something here in the Cosmodrome. We have to find a way to reach him. heard from near the Skywatch.
Let's head there and
See if we can find them. We're heading back through that hive breeding ground. The Vanguard say they're spilling onto the surface now, keeping the Fallen busy. The ghosts. They're in a clearing between buildings not far from here. The ghosts are still here. Fallen have them. Nothing. Find another one. This one still holds the codes. Let's find the array. Approaching the control station. This is it. There's the controls. I'll see if these codes still work.
Okay, negotiating crypto systems. Shore resistant security lattice verified. It's working. Outside, the array. It's opening. Amazing, it's activating. 5 jump ships. Cutting through.
This array is controlled by the last warmind, Rasputin. It's connected to defense constructs all across the system. There could be something out there to help us survive the darkness.
We went to the moon seeking vengeance, but it found us first. Crota, the son of Oryx. We'd never faced anything like him. In the end, only I was left. Crota and his armies destroyed our moon. If we don't stop them, I fear Earth will suffer the same fate. Sardon commands the hive spawn on Earth. Search the grotto, find this monster, and see to his end. Sardon is the first of Crota's disciples. His army helped shatter the moon and claim it for his master. His presence here is a sign. The Hive are preparing to wake Crota's soul. I survived for years in the tunnels under the moon, using the shadows as the Hive do. Keep your eyes open. Now that Sardon has fallen, come see me. There is more to do. The rest of Crota's disciples will not cease until Earth is ready for their master's return. Rasputin is the last of the war mines. They were the greatest defense systems ever devised. A massive network of satellites and doomsday weapons built to protect humanity. Crota's army gathers near one of the war mine's hidden bunkers. We cannot let the Hive destroy Rasputin, or worse, control him. There's a secret entrance to the war mine's bunker beneath the Forgotten Shore. Stop the Hive from reaching Rasputin. Rasputin remains silent, but still fights to protect us. We cannot let Crota's army find a way around the war mine's defenses, or Crota's disciples will flood the Earth. Music. Rasputin's in trouble. I've never known him to welcome visitors. Find the control room. The Hive. They found a way inside. Don't let them reach Rasputin. Find the controls. Make sure the Hive haven't destroyed Rasputin. Something's wrong. Omnical! Silence her screams! Well done, Guardian. Rasputin is safe. But Crota's army is more powerful than I thought. We cannot rest. Now is the time to stop them from waking Crota's soul.
Before I earned my post as the Queen's emissary, I served her in the Reef Wars. The Silent Fang are assassins, killers, real charmers. During the war, they went after our commanders. They'll do the same to the House of Devils. Verix and I know all their tricks, though. We'll get 'em. We think they're gathering at the Cosmodrome gates. Best we find them before they do what they do best. Watch your back. In the war, I led an attack on the Fang during the Cybele Uprising. We managed to kill or capture most of them. Only reason we won, I think. Verix, why have the Devils deployed so many traps?
Devils can detect comm signals as well as we can. They may know the wolves have their scent.
probably helped Skolas escape. But rumor has it the Queen gave him to the Nine. How did the Fang get Skolas past them? We're detecting... Yes, Wolfcom's just beyond the wall. That has to be the Fang. Eyes up, Guardian.
Commander of the Fang. He just called you a... well, it was an insult.
Nice work. You denied Skolas the House of Devils. But there's another fallen house on Earth. I'd be willing to bet he's going after the Kings next. The House of Kings is unique among the Fallen. They are secretive, dangerous. They hide in the shadow of the Cosmodrome, waiting, plotting. If Skolas can bring the House of Kings under his banner, we're all in trouble. I'm game. Damn. I'm getting a lot of interference down there. Hold tight, Guardian. Guardian. Try to find the source of the interference and stop it.
Skolas jamming signals with high servitors. Reef war tactic. Advanced warfare. May fool Petra. Does not fool me. I shall be your guide. Servitor is source of interference. Kill it dead. Signal still corrupted. Wolves must have second servitor. Push forward. Find the source. I was House Judgment Scribe to House Wolves. Skolas was vicious, even for a fallen Kell. I could not stomach his hate. It's good to work with you, with Petra. All that are fallen are not lost, yes? Signal close. Can you see it?
Your signal's coming through loud and clear now. Varix, are you with us? The wolves are approaching an old command center beyond the rocket yard. That must be where the kings are hidden.
Yes, I am here. Kings will see Wolfpack as well. They will not be pleased.
At the Battle of Twilight Gap, the Devils, the Kings, and the House of Winter joined forces to take on the city. The House of Wolves could have turned the tide for the Fallen, but my queen interfered.
You are here to deny Skolas House Kings. They will not know, and they would not care. They will try to kill you. Kill them back. If Kings detected House Wolves before attack, Skolas may have met his match.
I'm detecting lots of activity from the command center. I think you dropped the servitor jamming just in time. The wolves are dead, and the kings, well, they're still a danger to the city. But at least they don't work for Skolas. I call that a win. Come on back, Guardian.
we're not gonna let him. Oryx controls the Taken from a dreadnought near Saturn, but we can't get close without a stealth drive. Lucky for us, I hid one at the top of an old colony ship before I got roped into the Vanguard.
How do you know it's still there?
You better hope it's there. You won't survive the dreadnought without it.
Cade, we've got a real problem down here.
Let me guess. 4 arms, wear cloaks, smell real bad.
Not fallen. Taken.
Thought we'd have more time. How bad is it?
Taken everywhere. Fighting the Fallen.
Earth's gonna look a lot like Phobos if you don't find that stealth drive. Okay, you're gonna find a vault door. There's a trick to getting through it, so let me know when you're there.
The door's already open, Cade. We're inside.
And the flux grenades didn't detonate? I gotta get out of this tower.
What are the chances the elevator still works? We're heading up. Cade, when's the last time you rode this elevator?
Relax. It works fine. But stand by for a resurrection, Ghost.
From this height, I can pick up Taken energy reads throughout the Cosmodrome. You know I was here, looking for you when the first Fallen crews came through. It started with one skiff. A few months later, the Cosmodrome was theirs. The Taken have done it in hours. How do we find your stealth drive?
There's a bridge from the tower to the ship. Took me days to get it working. It's a little unstable, so watch your step.
Cade, someone moved the bridge. Destroy the controls.
Yeah, that's the Fallen. Probably trying to get the Taken off their backs. See if you can reroute the power.
There's still an active feed moving through those pipes overhead.
Guardian, if you find the source, I can patch the circuit.
Once you get the bridge working, my stash is in the vault on top of the colony ship.
We're still waiting for details on this plan of yours, Cade.
Yeah. Give me a second, Guardian. Alright, back in business. Hey, the bridge is already moving. Now get to the top of the colony ship where I left my stash, and watch yourself on that bridge.
Any advice on which way to go?
Yeah, up.
Don't look down.
What Crota began, I complete. My will conquers all. You will pay.
That thing seemed pretty mad.
Oryx must still be holding a grudge for us.
You know, killing Crota.
Things won't get any easier on the Dreadnought. You find my stealth drive?
Are you sure it's still here?
It's like all things. You gotta know where to look. Enter frequency 5982, Ghost.
There it is.
The best hiding places are always in plain sight. Transmat it out of there. I'll get it set up. Just do me a favor. If you find anything else I've hidden, leave it for me. There'll be treasure enough for everyone on the Dreadnought.
Maintenance pending. Requesting visual confirmation.
Yep, that's the last one. Port side.
Confirmed.
Interest in tech, Cade? Isn't this Eris Morn ship?
Is it? Huh. You know, you're a true artist. Can't even see the join.
Cute. But Zavala's got sign-off on all launches. Need a log while I'm letting it go.
Stargazing tour? Okay. How about an unsanctioned op using modified stealth tech to infiltrate a dreadnought above Saturn's rings so we can knock out its weapons, create a transmat zone, and send in the cavalry?
How about test flight? It'll be waiting for you when you're ready.
Me? Oh, I'm not flying that thing. Guardian, turns out I gave you some bad intel last time. Those wizards weren't controlling the Blight. Mea culpa and such like. Got a real plan this time. There's a taken knight running sorties on the Cosmo down there, and the Tower Scouts have tracked the Blight to the old King's watch bunker. Hit the knight in a counterattack, and then push on to the bunker. Welcome back to the Cosmodrome. We have tracking on that knight, critter named Sugoth. T is silent. Who comes up with these names anyway? Okay, get after him, Guardian.
Cade, Knight is down. I'm detecting a surge of power in response.
Just what we wanted. And, yep, it's coming from the King's Watch bunker. Our intel was right. That's the source. You know what to do, Guardian. Zavala's too serious to say it, and Ikora's too distracted, but the Vanguard wouldn't be what it is today without you. That's... Anyway, thank you for the shooting.
Stealing from Rasputin. You are entering a world you do not understand.
And the Warmind bunker's got the code we need.
After all this time, how can we be sure Rasputin has the code?
I already stole it once. Used my last copy making that stealth drive you blew up. It was getting old anyway.
I haven't had much luck breaching Rasputin's security.
You got the same bypass frequency that got me inside.
He will protect his domain.
More interdimensional goo. The Taken are here.
What? Not possible. We sealed the complex after the Omnigul breach.
Cade, look at this.
Oh, that does look bad. Okay, so if you see him, just shoot him. How do they even get in there?
The Taken are not bound by terrestrial constraints.
Yeah, I'll bet they'll be constrained by terrestrial bullets.
I can't believe the Taken can track us so easily. Oryx really does hate us.
Which is exactly why we're here. We need those cloaking codes. Rasputin. Well, there's a joke there somewhere.
These crypto systems follow no logic I understand. I'm not sure if it can be modified to work on a Guardian.
Where do you think Blade Dancers got their cloaking ability?
If the Vanguard are satisfied, we can finally end this. Return to the moon. Steal Crota's soul.
Oryx is dead. Nice work on that. But the Taken are all wormed down into the cracks of the Cosmodrome. We think a coven of wizards is running the show over there. You're going to shut them down.
Cade, I'm having trouble getting a bead on those wizards.
Thought you might. My scouts have marked blights all over the Cosmo. They're pumping out darkness like a spigot. Cut off the flow, Guardian. Cleanse the place, and you should be able to find the wizards.
locked and locked. Next. The darkness. It's smothering. We've got wizards.
We're getting good reports from all across the Cosmo, Guardian. Taking, abandoning the fight, or getting sucked back to who knows where. This one goes in the win book. Come on back now.
In the years after the collapse, the world had no guardians. It had only Iron Lords. Immortal, fearless, we fought to protect the survivors of a once great age. Our battle was about more than crawling back from the shadows. The Iron Lords would give humanity back its future. Some know the legend, but no one truly knows how the Iron Lords died their final deaths. That was something you had to be there for, to witness, to remember, to know even heroes can die, and survival is not always a victory. Now I am the lone sentry, and my watch is eternal, waiting for the day when whatever we disturbed awakens. The Iron Lords are gone, but our fight is far from over.
The House of Devils is back, and they're digging into old Golden Age research labs all across the system. This isn't a simple smash and grab. They're on a mission. At first, the Vanguard wasn't particularly concerned. At least, not until the Devils decided to move back into the Cosmodrome. Now the Devils are shifting a massive amount of resources to an area nearby that's been dark for centuries. Normally, I'd say it's just another day. Except, what's really got everyone talking is that Lord Saladin has left his post at the Iron Banner to take charge of the situation personally. Only rather than go straight to the Cosmodrome, Saladin wants us to investigate an abandoned observatory in the mountains. Very strange.
A group of Fallen has captured Fellwinter Peak. My team and I are en route, but we won't get there in time. I need you to secure the observatory at the top. It is imperative the Fallen do not establish a foothold on that mountain. If the Fallen are working their way up the mountain, their goal is to take Vostok Observatory.
What would the Fallen want in an abandoned outpost?
Things better left buried. There There's a gondola near your location. Take it up to the observatory.
Whoa, this hasn't been activated for more than 400 years. With this sort of reception, it might be a touch ambitious to think we can secure the entire observatory.
There's a courtyard in the rear of the facility. If you can secure that, you should be able to keep them from the Iron Temple until we arrive.
Wait, Iron Temple? Like Iron Banner? Iron Lords?
Stay focused. There's too much at stake.
Watch out! I think there's more of them. I don't think I like this little metal box anymore. Can't take another hit like that. Jump! I don't understand. If there's something so important up there, why wasn't the Vanguard protecting the temple all these years?
This place and its secrets are my responsibility.
You know, this is more than a few fallen. Just for the record.
We cannot afford even one to claim what lies on that mountain.
Be careful. Picking something up nearby. servitor. Sepic's pride. It's supposed to be dead. And there's something odd in the energy signature. It's not fallen, but it's regenerating.
Did you say it's regenerating? Kill Sepic's Guardian. Kill it now! If that's what I think it is, the temple doors will not be strong enough to hold it back. You must destroy it before that happens. Do not let Sepix enter that temple. Detecting reinforcements approaching your coordinates. Must hold the mountain, Guardian.
All this trouble to break into an old temple?
Even old wolves still bite. Shiro, what's your status?
Circling around to make sure the area is clear. Be there in a sec.
Well done, Guardian. The temple is secure. Now we can... Shiro, get a lock on it.
I just picked up... Wait. Multiple impacts near the wall in Sector 17.
They're attacking the sensor grid. They must know where Siva is. Guardian, go to the Cosmodrome immediately. If Sepix escapes, the Fallen won't be our only problem.
Lord Saladin, you said the Fallen knew about Siva, but I can't find a reference to Siva in the Vanguard database.
That's because I went to great lengths to lock it away. The records are in the Iron Temple.
Okay, but if the Fallen already know about Siva, then shouldn't we?
What you need to do now is track Sepix. If we find him, we will know the extent of the corruption.
Okay, I don't know which scares me more, the giant catch, or whatever took a bite out of the wall.
Guardian, it's Shiro. You're gonna need some cover. Make for the Cosmodrome.
We need to get through that wall.
With most of the Kells gone, getting a force this large to work together is almost impossible. Saladin, you mentioned a sensor grid. Can we use that to tell how far this occupation extends?
The Fallen are irrelevant, Shiro. The only thing that matters now is finding Sepix.
Lots of Fallen, but still no sign of Sepix. What is that pattern over there? Can we take a closer look? I'm picking up some strange readings. It's like what was on Sepix, but if I didn't know any better, I'd say this stuff is consuming everything around it.
That is Siva. With the proper direction, it could create anything a civilization would need. At least in theory.
Hive?
The Hive tend to keep to the dark. Something is driving them into the open.
just lost all readings from the sensor grid. There's a monitoring station near your location. Hook into it and try to get the grid back online.
No problem. There's not enough left of the sensor grid to fix. Wait. We can pull the logs from the monitoring station. Would that be enough to figure out what these Fallen are up to?
Do it.
Something weird incoming. These Fallen are different. They're augmented with some sort of technology, like Sepix.
Augmented or not, we need that sensor data.
On the bright side, these Fallen aren't coming back to life like Sepix. At least, not yet. Got everything I could out of the sensor logs.
Nice job, Guardian. But we still have to deal with Sepix.
We no longer need the servitor, Shiro. I've seen enough to know the Fallen have restarted production of Siva. Guardian, we've established a base at the Iron Temple. Join us here. The Iron Lords believed we could contain Siva by destroying the chamber where it was produced. These Fallen must have restarted the process. We need to get back into the chamber and cut off the flow of Siva at the source.
I think we need to focus on what we know. The Fallen have occupied a military bunker in the Plague Lands. We won't get any reinforcements in that area until the Fallen's artillery is taken out.
The Fallen are a symptom. Siva is the disease.
All right. Vanguard reinforcements are standing by. But until those guns are down, they can't leave the hangar. I need you to shut them down. Guardian, there's a dead Vandal near you. Can you give me a scan?
Understood. He's fallen, basically, but armor is enhanced. Weapons have been modified. Cybernetic enhancements.
Most Fallen houses have a sect dedicated to this sort of thing. They're called splicers. They're like body hackers, bioengineers.
The Fallen have done some remodeling.
They're taking the metal for something big. Hope they're not using it to toughen up those gun emplacements. I've never seen the Fallen do anything on this scale before. I'm calling for more reinforcements.
You said yourself reinforcements will be useless until the guns are down. Besides, they will not be prepared for what they'll find.
I thought SIVA was technology, but this, it's like something alive, growing, out of control.
These devil splicers are using SIVA, but they cannot control it. They are like children with a new toy.
I don't know of any toys that eat Russian industrial complexes.
Those guns were destroyed during the collapse. How did the Fallen...
It's not the Fallen.
Maybe it's not, but the Fallen are the ones pulling the triggers out here. The Vanguard wants them taken down, we take them down.
If SIVA does what the wielder wishes, then whoever's controlling this hasn't quite gotten the hang of it. Detecting a high concentration of SIVA shielding the gun emplacements.
Even SIVA-enhanced shields would require an energy source. But be careful. There's something familiar about all this.
Right. Destroy the familiar generators, and then take down Shiro's zombie guns. Shield power levels are dropping. shield is collapsing. You should be clear.
If I didn't know better, I'd say the splicers were creating a beachhead. Something of this scale could be used against the city. Guns are upstairs. Take them out.
So, those destroyed guns? Siva undestroyed them.
Undestroyed?
Look for a central SIVA node inside those emplacements. Destroy that, and it will break the Fallen's hold on the gun.
Get ready. The Fallen are sending in reinforcements.
Keep it going. Air support is standing by, but they can't do much while those guns are still up. Great job. Hawks are inbound. Just hold the area until they get there.
Shiro, I'm pretty sure that air support isn't going to get here in time.
Saladin.
It's directing the corruption to resurrect the guns.
Working.
Centuries passed and I have learned nothing. Shiro, can your forces secure that area?
We'll do our best.
Try. I need the Guardian to return to the temple. If we are to avoid the mistakes which led us here, he and I must speak about the fall of the Iron Lords. This may not make sense to you, but it took your fight to remind me that immortality is not the same as invincibility.
I don't understand.
When the ghosts first found us, those who were chosen were blessed with power, but not wisdom. The Iron Lords came together in search of a solution to mankind's struggles. Instead, we found Siva. We dreamt of using Siva to build starships, colonies. We would become what the Traveler always believed we could be.
But something happened.
Siva had been lost to time. When Temur tracked it to the Cosmodrome, we thought our quest was finally over. Siva would be ours for the taking. Rasputin responded. More than 100 Iron Lords entered the Plague Lands. Only 9 reached the replication chamber. But since we were chosen by the Traveler and our cause was just, we were certain the day would be ours. Until Siva took control. It infected our weapons, our armor. The corruption puppeted us against one another. In the end, Yolder sealed the chamber with the Iron Lords inside, rather than let Siva escape. The battle was won. Heroes died. And our mistakes stayed here.
But Rasputin survived.
This is not Rasputin. But neither is it something I know how to fight. They are using Siva in ways we never even imagined.
How would the Fallen have learned more about Siva than the Iron Lords? Or better yet, where did they learn?
They haven't mastered Siva yet. This is all still new to them. See Tyra. She studied Siva's origins. If there's a way to track the Fallen's discoveries, she will know where to look.
Hi. All done, all done.
Good, good. I could use some help. Not every lead has been exhausted. If I could use it, I would keep it. It's useful. From the Cryptarchs, thank you.
Something's got the unusual down in the Plague Lands, and we can't afford another front in this fight. The fallen splicers are trouble enough. So, get down there, Guardian. If the splicers are stirring up the hive, we need to know how and why. And you need to put a stop to it. The hive are hitting the splicers near the beach tanker. Head that way and find out why they're at each other's throats.
It's possible we're walking into a territorial dispute, but something's telling me there's more to it than that.
Agreed. The hive can be defensive, but what I'm tracking seems like a full-on assault. The chatter's aggressive, angry. This isn't just a show of force. The hive are after something.
I was expecting hostilities, but they're at war.
Take out as many as you want. But my advice? Find the splicer leading this fight. Put him down.
There. A splicer captain. Up high, near the overpass. Relay from the Splicer's High Priest. There's references to the hive here. The Splicer's High Priest is either keeping something from the hive or has taken something from them.
Search the overpass. See what else you can find.
Whatever the splicers have locked up here, the hive are hungry for it. Let's crack open some crates, see what their high priest is hiding. No luck, but we should keep looking. Nothing. Let's keep moving. Something's wrong here. This isn't good. The Splicer's High Priest is... he's corralling Thrall, collecting them.
No wonder the Hive are on the warpath. Any chance this isn't related to the Splicer's experiments with Siva?
Slim to none. There were heavy Siva readings all over the hive they had created, along with an odd heat signature. I don't think the Splicers are simply displacing the Thrall.
The Splicer's role within a fallen house is equivalent to a mad scientist.
Or warlock.
Sure. Just didn't want to be the one who said it. Point is, they're the Fallen's big brains. We've seen what they can do with limited knowledge of Siva. They've basically force-fed their own evolution. So...
what if they're attempting the same with the hive?
They could control them. Or worse.
There are Siva readings pinging all over this region. I'll try to match them against the specific heat signature we found. There. This is definitely the place. Closer look at what's in that cave. This is worst case scenario. The Splicers aren't in a territorial war with the Hive. They're experimenting on them.
And if the Splicer's High Priest is going to these lengths, he's either gone crazy with power, or he's taking orders from someone who has.
Like an Archon?
Or a Prime. Either's bad news. But for now, we've got a clear-cut problem. We need to find this High Priest and put an end to his atrocities.
To finish the Kvostov, we'll need a Golden Age firing pin. Shiro gave me a few ideas of where we could start looking. I laughed when I scanned the coordinates. They're awfully familiar. It seems like yesterday we were racing the Fallen to get to that rusted old ship. Now we just need one little piece of metal. I'm detecting traces of fuel leakage from an Arcadia junction. Faded ether emissions from a fallen Archon. But there's no pin here. Let's get out into the open. I really did spend a long time searching for you. I'll always remember our first day through here. Here we go. There's a fallen captain nearby and he's got a pin on him. Bet he just threw it in with a bunch of other scrap. Doesn't even know what he's got. That captain's using a powerful strain of Siva. He'll be hard to take down. Keep after him. Fine. Hold on. Okay, I've reacquired his signal. He's leaking Siva mites. Must have been pretty deep in the Plague Lands. At least it means we can track him. There. Get me close to that Siva cloud. He's definitely leaking mites. Let's follow the trail. I remember this room. Huh. And he's right around here. Be careful. There he is, and the servitors have him shielded. Don't let him get away. Patching in the Iron Temple now. Shiro, we've hit the firing pin and the weapon looks exceptional under my scans. Great work.
That's good to hear. You've got a chance to use it, too. A group of Fallen are mustering from the catch out on the highway.
We're on it. Let's go introduce them to an old friend. I count myself lucky I decided to swing back through Russia when I did. If I'd gone south instead of north, it could have been years before we met. We did it, though. We got that ship flying, and I got you back to the city. And now look at everything we've done together. Take a look at that view. Can we swing over there? Every ghost is born knowing that we have to find our guardian. We don't know what they look like. Not on the outside, anyway. On the inside, I'd always known who you were, and that together, we could be something more. When you think about everything we've seen, everything we've done, I feel like I made the right choice. We should let Shiro know how it went out here. Let him admire his handiwork. And thanks, you know, for being my guardian.
The tower now called Bannerfall is a standing monument, a relic of the city's more violent past. It was also home to the workshop Crux used to develop a weapon worthy of the Iron Lords.
Let's just hope some of his notes and prototype parts are still intact. The Crucible tends to be a little rough on the decor. We're here, Tyra. Any idea where we should start?
I've asked that full power be restored to the tower while you are there. You should be able to access Bannerfall's core database.
Got it. We'll let you know what we find. The tower database has everything pretty clearly marked. I have locations for Faisal's workshop and the archives. Let's check the archives first. Tyra, how many towers like this are left?
At the city's height, the Titans held the wall from 8 towers along its length. Most have been destroyed.
This is the right area. Let's see what we can find. These are combat logs from New Monarchy's final assault on the Concordat. Still hard to believe a faction right here in the city would try to rise against the Speaker. This is some pretty incendiary propaganda from New Monarchy, denouncing Lysander and the Concordat. Glad I wasn't around in the city for this. Aha, here we go. Faisal Crux's personal blueprint store. Gallahorn blueprints front and center. Let's head to his workshop next. These look like components for their royalty line of launchers. Baron, Viceroy, Charlemagne. Huh. This is a bunch of development materials from Lomar's work. I think some of these designs became the Truth Launcher. This is it. These components match the notations on the Gallahorn blueprints. We've got what we need. Banner Fall's early warning defenses are feeding me data. The Fallen are here.
I have sent word to the city's defenders. You will have aid soon, Guardian. But it may take some time to get there.
We can't let them take part of the wall. The turrets. We can activate the automated defenses. We can hold the Fallen until the Hawks get here. All we can do. I'm reading Fallen all around us.
Fascinating.
Be fascinated later. Kinda busy. Two massive explosive devices just transmatted in. The Fallen must be trying to breach the wall. Let me have that. I've got this. Just keep them off me. To defuse the bomb here, those explosions are not helping. That's one down. Let's find the second before we have to explain to Zavala what happened to his wall. The drill. We can do this. That's it. We've got it. We don't got it. I just registered a massive transmat. A fallen captain. And he's coming for us. I think we've got it.
History will look well upon your actions here today, Guardian. Return to the Iron Temple. I'm eager to look at what you found.
Guardian, you should know. The Fallen were not at Bannerfall by chance. They are readying an attack force to move on the city.
You're telling us this now?
Have faith. The Gallahorn was created to deal with threats just like this. Arm yourself and see this done.
I have Saladin's notes on where the last components could be. I'm going to need some time to integrate these last pieces. And, you know, not getting shot would be nice too.
Use your surroundings, young wolf. Make them come to you. You are an Iron Lord. Your light is a dragon. You will not fall.
Don't let them in here. Barely enough elbow room in here for me. I'm done. Come grab this thing.
The power of the Iron Lords now rests in your hands, Guardian. Use it. Clear the gap. And remind the Fallen what happened to their numbers so long ago. Righteous One. You are now truly an Iron Lord.
Aw, he's such a nice guy underneath all the armor.
Find me again at the Iron Temple, young wolf. I will look upon your new weapon and deliver my congratulations in person.
When the Splicers started fusing SIVA into their systems, they created a massive network to control the nanotech. So, just like they took down our sensor grid, we're going to take down theirs. That should neutralize SIVA long enough for you to enter the replication complex.
This is where my fellow Iron Lords sacrificed their lives. You must stop the flow of SIVA now and forever. No matter the cost.
There are a lot of splicers between you and that replication chamber, Guardian. Stay alert. The Splicers have built a fortress to protect the entrance to the complex. Short-sightedly, they decided to use the reactor in an old oil tanker as a power source. That's going to be our ticket.
Picking up a strong energy signature nearby.
That'll be the reactor. Swapping the fusion cell should knock out the network for a few minutes. Defenses, replication, everything.
Okay, pull the fusion cell and switch it with its counterpart. Okay, tinkering with an unstable Golden Age reactor infested with SIVA. Child's play. Wow, that was fast.
Maybe, but it won't last.
Move, Guardian. The SIVA replication complex awaits. The Iron Lord's original plan was to destroy the replicator in the SIVA chamber. Yolda's explosion apparently only damaged it. So when you reach the chamber, you will need to finish what she began.
That won't stop the Fallen from using the SIVA they already have.
There's more than one battle in a war.
That?
Saladin said the Fallen couldn't control SIVA. I'm guessing that disrupting their hold on it is having some adverse effects.
I wouldn't celebrate too quickly. Only a few of us reached the replication complex. The worst of Rasputin's defenses had already blanketed this entire area. Frames, constructs, some things I haven't seen before or since. They felt no pain, no fear.
All we've seen so far is Fallen.
Last time his presence was almost physical. I think he was trying to communicate, but we did not understand.
How can you be so certain Rasputin won't get involved once we're inside?
The Vanguard still believe Rasputin to be simply a war mind. He hasn't been that for a very long time.
So when we stop the production of SIVA, because it'll be that easy, what about who's controlling it?
I have some leads on that. Fallen chatter about some crazy splicer priest who wants to play God. I'm kind of with Saladin now, though. Zealots can take a back seat until the heavy lifting is done.
replication chamber is beneath you. Look for a way down.
Why aren't there ever stairs?
You are close to Siva's dark heart, young wolf. Be on your guard. I did what I could to protect their resting place, but I knew what would happen if someone found it. We were touched by the light. I didn't even know someone with the Traveler's Gift could die. Until they did. Find the replicator and deactivate it. Only that will stop the flow of Siva once and for all.
Those things on the ceiling. I'm detecting DNA. They're human.
Human? That's not possible.
Entering self-destruct. What's happening?
No. It can't be.
It's using the Iron Lord's armor. We need to go very fast.
Well done, my young wolf. Siva is gone, and the Iron Lords are at peace. Return to the Iron Temple. You have earned your reward.
The Siva replicator is destroyed. We found this near it.
Thank you. She would be honored. My brothers and sisters, I will see you again. Someday. You've given them back to me. Approach. There was a time that only Iron Lords carried these blades. There are many like this in our armory, but this one is new. It is yours, young wolf. You are the first of a new generation. Take your place as an Iron Lord.